Just wanted to talk, that's all.
How's it going, everybody? Sunday, August 24th, and once again, the Yankees are playing like do. Welcome back to all of the Red Sox fans who subscribed in the last day or two to this channel just to enjoy the Yankees' misery and the misery of the fans. I think this is an episode that you'll enjoy. Now, for those of you who watch the voicemail show regularly, you know that typically I'll deliver like a 5 or 10 minute monologue when we start, just my thoughts on the team. But I think yesterday's rant cannot be improved upon. And so I'm mostly going to let the voicemail callers drive this show. But I do want to mention, I got a text this morning at 9 a.m. and it was from my boss. And I work for a podcast studio, and my boss messaged me at 9 a.m. I figured, oh, God, there's probably something wrong with a title or a typo or something. We got to fix something. Nope. The text just said, the Yankees are butt. And you know what? He's not wrong. Not wrong. The Yankees are butt right now. So that is the title and thumbnail of this episode. But right now they are 69-60. They're 6.5 games back in the AL East. You can pretty much say goodbye to the AL East just the way the Yankees have played in this series. We had hopes that maybe they would play well against Boston and trim up that series so that when you do face off against Toronto in early September, that maybe you could do some damage. But right now, the way it stands, the Yankees are going to be fighting for a wild card spot. They now trail the Red Sox in the wild card. And just looking through this team's numbers, I mean, there's just a lot of problems here. I mean, we've got such a low team average. I mean, Austin Wells hitting 209, Jazz Chisholm hitting 236, Anthony Volpe hitting 208. Peraza not even on the team anymore. Dominguez, 256. Grisham, 244. Ben Rice, I mean, he's had a good year. He's still only hitting 242. It's just, I hate that average has disappeared from baseball as a whole. But a couple of years ago, when Luke Voit showed up in camp and he was basically mocking the idea of batting average, that's when I knew that this team was going to be in some trouble. If that's what they're teaching these players, and he was new to the organization at that time, I knew things were going to go off the rails. It is important to get hits. It is important to get runners from first to third and to drive in runners from second base. A high percentage of hits in at-bats means that you're putting the ball in play and you're causing the other team to make plays where anything can happen, errors can happen. When you're swinging for the home run every time and you either strike out, hit a home run, walk, or pop out, there's not a lot of ways that you can get those runs in, right? It's very difficult to string together hits, and the Yankees just don't do it very often. And I think that's kind of the root of the problem here. I also think our manager is terrible with the bullpen. I think that Brian Cashman dumpster dives a lot of times and overthinks the room because he's got a little bit of maybe a little bit of an ego. You know, he wants to outsmart everybody rather than make the obvious move. I mean, we said how many times the Yankees should have just got Harper and Machado. Would have solved so many problems. I mean, imagine what this team will look like right now if you had, and it would be cheaper, by the way. Team could have signed Corey Seager, could have traded for Matt Olson. There are so many places where the Yankees could have made the move to get better and then chose not to, right? They chose not to. Katie says Judge needs to step up. You're not wrong. Judge is hurt, though, so I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass right now. He's hurt. You know, he can't carry the load for everyone. He carried the team the first half. You know, he had 400 for 2 months. He's hurt. What do you expect? Somebody else has got to get it done. Let's take some voicemails.
It's just a reaction.
First one is from Tommy D.
Hey, Derek. Tommy D from the Bronx. You remember Barnes and Platoon? He said to take the pain. It's time to take the pain and really realize that the best thing is for the Yankees not to make the playoffs, which I think at this point most of us know that's probably at least a 50-50 chance of that actually happening.
Yeah, so 50-50 chance of not making the playoffs. I'm not sure what the actual odds are. Do I think it would be a good thing for the Yankees to miss the playoffs? I mean, financially for this channel, no. I mean, it would not be good because we would miss a month of games. But I think in the long run for the organization, that would be 2 out of 3 years not making the playoffs, and that's just not acceptable for Yankees fans. I mean, I think that could realistically lead to some managerial adjustments. Boone could be gone. The coaching staff could get a shakeup. I think it would take a lot more than missing the playoffs a couple of times for Brian Cashman to be in jeopardy, because Cashman's been here 28 years now, or 27. This is his 27th year. And he's like best friends with Hal Steinbrenner, right? So it would take probably a couple of under 500 seasons for that to happen, and I don't think that's going to happen. Here's Matt.
Hey, Derek, Matt here. Man, I've never seen a Yankee team like this. I've been watching them since Don Mattingly, so I've seen some bad teams. I'm sure you have some, but the way the Yankees are losing is such an embarrassment. They're just bending over and getting clapped every single series against a good team. And it's not like losing by, 5 or something. They are getting absolutely crushed and embarrassed. I don't even want to wear my Yankee hat anymore. I live out here in California. So I got the Dodgers fans waving their victory over us, which that was an embarrassment. This organization has to change. Yankee fans need to get smarter, and we're the dumb ones, because we see a game where there's like a bunch of home runs, 9 home runs, we get all excited, oh, Yankees are back. We can't fall for that anymore. The Yankee organization is giving the fans absolute garbage. The Yankees can't do anything unless they're hitting home runs. Cannot produce a run to save their lives. Oh, Stanton homered. Wow, big deal. They are absolute garbage. They have to just, I agree with you, Derek, just sell. They should have sold and started fresh.
It's almost like I know what I'm talking about. I said in July, the smart play for the Yankees this trade deadline is to unload everyone you can. Unload anyone and everyone you can. Restock the minor leagues with players who weren't brought up by Yankees coaches. And start fresh. That was my take. You can go back and watch it. And I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. The Yankees should have sold. They're not doing anything this year.
Yes, Derek, I am claiming my rights to the 8th Amendment in the United States Constitution, which clearly states no cruel or unusual punishment. So, watching the Yankees play Boston definitely is cruel and unusual punishment. I rest my case.
Yeah. Maybe we can get some kind of a amendment here to I don't know, make watching the Yankees try to hit home runs every at bat illegal. I don't know. I didn't think that joke through well enough. Here's Darren.
Hey, Derek. This is Darren from California. Longtime Yankee fan since 1976. Let me just tell you, here's where the issue is. You mentioned that the Yankees have no intimidation anymore. No one's scared. Okay, with the boss, the Yankees had the intimidation. They knew George would never take any crap. There's no way that we'd be down 8 games to 1 to the Red Sox. Just like the owner of the Raiders, Al Davis, he made that team be what they were. But when the kids take over the teams, you see what happens to the organizations. They become soft and laughable. So, until our ownership decides to step in and pretends to be his dad, we're in trouble for a while. Thanks.
My dad is a Raiders fan. I got to watch the downfall of the Raiders. I agree with you. I think that it's tough to, just because you're related to the owner or you were born into that family, it doesn't mean that you have the same skill set, the same drive to win. In fact, he was born so rich and so privileged that I have a hard time believing that he's got the tenacity to win and fight the way that his dad did. But then there's the thought of, the Dodgers, they're run by a freaking multinational hedge fund. We got a call about that. I believe it is from Mary Beth. Here we go.
Hey, good morning, Mary Beth. And someone last night suggested something, after the game in the chat. I think that it's time. Let the Steinbrenners, I never thought I would say this, sell the team. Sell the team to a conglomerate that we have a ton of money, like the Dodgers. I think the Braves. Let's go with the time. No beards, and time for the family to sell it. It's not George anymore. It hasn't been. The team reflects it. So what do you think about the idea of finding a group and selling the Yankees? All right. See you later. Bye.
I am in favor of that 100%. Matter of fact, I will pay maybe $5,000 to be a part of it. You want to sell the Yankees? I will chip in $5,000, and I will be a very, 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 very small minority owner. No, I agree. I think that the Yankees are such a big brand. There's an opportunity for the Steinbrenners to make billions and billions of dollars, and basically go do whatever they want. Let Hal spend his final, couple of decades or whatever, flying airplanes. Let the other kids go do what they want to do. Let's get a ferocious ownership group that is just full of cash to take over. Here's Brad.
Derek, hey, Brad from Kentucky, first-time caller. I think I figured out what's wrong with the Yankees. If an opponent wants to beat the Yankees at baseball, you have to force them to play baseball.
100%.
They just can't do it.
You're right. You're absolutely right. The way to beat the Yankees is to put the ball in play and make them beat themselves, right? And what also drives me nuts is they can't pitch anymore. They walk. How many guys are we walking? Throwing strikes is so important. I don't want to hear the analytics people say, oh, we don't care about strikes and walks. I will absolutely lose my shit if that comes out. You've got to throw strikes. You got to pick up the ball. You got to run the bases in intelligent fashion, and you've got to hit situationally. Just call about Volpe.
It's seen again hey Derek, it's seen again just from now on. This is Boone saying, oh, Volpe, we're going to get Volpe going. Volpe, when was the last time Volpe has gotten going? This Volpe shit, I'm tired of it. We need a DFA that says, I'm tired of Volpe. I'm tired of Volpe. Boone and we need to fire Boone. Boone has such bad management. We don't have nothing. This team is all.
I'll stop you right there. Can you make it a little bit clear, though? How do you feel about Volpe?
Hey, Derek. Just calling in. I think today's got to be the end for Aaron Boone. I mean, I don't see how you lose now 3 straight to Boston. You're probably going to lose tomorrow.
Probably.
I just don't see how he's going to get fired. You just got embarrassed 12-1. The last time I saw it was 12-1. You just got dog walked in your own stadium. He's got to go. This team does not rally around him. They're going to go win probably the next 7 games after Boston because you're playing 2 shit teams. And then we'll have a conversation. Are they good? They're not good. Aaron Boone cannot lead a baseball team to a championship. He's not the guy. Love your opinion on this.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got to go. Boone, Cashman, even Steinbrenner. I'm in favor of unloading half the team. At this point, you just got to start over. You just got to go scorched earth and bring in people who know what they're doing. And losing the way they did to the Red Sox yesterday, and the way they have just looked in this series, the way the Yankees have played, the effort, just the lack of, energy. It's extremely disappointing. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more voicemails, but first I got to do DraftKings. Be back in 60 seconds. The dog days of summer mean it's time for the boys of summer to kick things into gear. And the best way to cash in on your baseball IQ is with DraftKings Sportsbook. Never bet on baseball before? It is simple. Pick a guy to go yard, hammer some live odds mid-game, or just ride with your squad and hope for the best. No spreadsheets, just vibes and dingers. Here's something special for the first timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code FOUL. That's code FOUL for new customers and get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming sources, see dkng.co/audio. All right, so we've got a few more voicemails here. This one is from Terry.
This is Terry in Ohio. I've been a Yankee fan for over 70 years, and I just wanted to call and congratulate you on having the balls to say what I've been wanting to say for a hell of a long time. Keep up the good work. I enjoy your show, and I'm sick and tired of Volpe. It's time to either trade him, sit him on the frickin' bench, or do something with this kid. It's obvious he's not a shortstop. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. Talk to you later.
Yep. I agree with you 100%. Volpe is, he's cooked, man. Action VJ says, just vibes and dingers. Derek wrote that line. I totally did not write that line. So when you get these ads, I have to read certain things verbatim on the screen. And that's one of those things that I did not choose to write. I would never say just vibes and dingers. I would say just vibes and situational hitting.
Hi, Derek. I just never been a more disappointing Yankee team in my 59 years of life. I've been supporting this team for over 50 years since I was a little kid. I mean, George Steinbrenner has to be turning over in his grave right now, because his son Hal is just following in his footsteps. He's not it doesn't have the winning attitude that his father had.
100%. That's the right way to say it. Winning attitude. That's a great way to put it. I don't think that Hal Steinbrenner has whatever that edge is that George had, that do anything it takes mentality. That's a great call. Here's another call.
All I can say is, what a difference it makes without Cole and without Soto. I don't know what they're going to do from here on. Hopefully they'll make some major changes and turn things around, get going in the right direction, stay in the right direction. I mean, they tried. The first half they tried. It looked pretty good. The second half they just completely self-destructed. Yeah, without Soto and Cole, they really look hapless out there.
Yeah, Soto actually hitting .249 this year, .386 on base percentage. He's having an adjustment year with the Mets and with that contract. Over his last 7 games, he's hitting .208. He's hitting for decent power. He's got 32 home runs. He got an outside shot at hitting 40 again. But he's catching a lot of stuff from Mets fans. We had, I forget who it was, maybe it was Tiki, who said, is he really 26? Which is something I caught crap for saying last year. But, there's something to it. Here's Bob.
Hi, Derek. It's Bob, first-time caller, long-time listener. Listen, I agree with everything you're saying about the Yankees. They do need to retool, and get their act together as far as playing small ball. These home run stuff is just for the birds, man. It's like forever. But the Yankee fans are to blame just as much as the players. They keep going to the game and spending money. And until that stops, Steinbrenner's not going to do a darn thing. Best of luck to you. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Bob. Last one.
Hello. I've been a Yankee fan for 76 years.
Wow.
I'm 85. I remember them since I'm 9 years old. I have never seen a manager worse managing a pitching staff than Aaron Boone. And Brian Cashman should be embarrassed putting a team like this on the field every day. There's not one phase of the game that they're proficient at. They can't run the bases. They can't throw the ball to first base on a fly. They can't move a runner. They can't. They're just an amateur team, and it's really hard to take.
Appreciate the call, man, and appreciate 76 years of being a Yankees fan. I'll be back after the game tonight, Sunday Night Baseball, Yankees versus Red Sox. Let's hope they can avoid the sweep. I'll see you then. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button and subscribe. Check out NYYDesigns.shop for some great merch. Support our sponsors. It helps keep the show going. And you can find us on all major audio platforms, so be sure to subscribe there too. But most importantly, come back again soon. We'll see you next time.